Shanti. Now this video is going to defend Normans. Though there are many of you who have a disdain or this historical hatred for such people, the Normans. You know? Some kind of historical grievance, if you will. Allow me to tell you a bit about myself. Okay? I'm from a French-speaking part of Canada. Okay? You know, I probably have met and have had friends, or still are friends with people who may be well descended from the Normans. Do I bear hatred towards them over something that happened about 1,000 years ago? Of course not. It would be so unfair. Sure, I may be from a French-speaking part of Canada, but I'm not, you know, a Norman myself. I'm not a French-Canadian, so to speak. What if I were a Norman? I was born in Normandy through Norman parents, and I had a great interest in Old English. What if I were a Norman? Would you throw away all the work I've done for all these 4 years of this channel? Would you delete my channel? On the basis that if I were descended from people who were directly related to what happened in 1066 AD at Battle of Hastings and whatnot, would you hold a hatred against me? Have a historical grievance against me for something I was never part of? You know how ridiculous that sounds? You know, I don't have any animosity towards any Normans today. Look, what would you gain from that? What would you gain from going up to someone who, a natural Norman from Normandy, and saying, hey, you know, I don't like you because something that happened 1,000 years ago. That's like me getting mad at rocks because my ancient ancestor from like 10,000 years ago slipped on some rocks and hurt his foot. Oh, those naughty rocks. You know how silly that sounds? Okay? And I really feel I have to talk about this because it has to come from me. Because people see Old English and they think, oh, what a beautiful language. Oh, those Normans. Oh, those naughty Normans. How dare they invade England and all that. That happened. Old English is still here. We still have the texts. You know, I'm still, this channel exists. So what are you complaining about? You know? I want to share something with you. About a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago, a gentleman from Normandy contacted me on my learned Facebook. Yeah. And how did I receive him? I received him with open arms. I thought, oh wow, cool, a real Norman. And I was like, whoa, wow, you know, cool. You know, I didn't reject him and say, go away, you know, for what your ancestors did 1,000 years ago. That's not right. You know, that particular individual didn't do anything. He has an interest in Old English. There's no crime in that. You know what? Why don't we talk about how the Normans are doing today? How is their language doing today? Yeah, we English have Old English. We have lots of texts. We have a large corpus. Of Middle English too, and so forth, Old English texts, a lot of Wessex stuff and all that. But what do the Normans today have? Or what did the Norman language, if you will, what did it evolve into today? Or more importantly, how's it doing today? How is it doing today? Well, in the Norman place called Aurignay, guess what? The language there, the Norman language dialect there is extinct. Okay, and you have other parts of Normandy that still speak the dialect, but not many people do. And the Norman dialect in Aurignay, gone, absolutely gone. You know what along with that? All these ancient words are gone. All the old stories, all the old songs, gone. Absolutely gone. I mean, hopefully these people wrote stuff down, or you have people that that remember it or what have you to preserve it, to do what you can. It's really sad to read about language death or dialect death. No one should lose their language, because it's part of who you are. Your dialect. It's your dialect is a culmination of what came before. Everything that came before, that evolved into what it is today. Like, for example, my family's dialect, they still use a descendants of thou, tha, and thee. And for those of you who probably may think, huh, well, yeah, the Norman dialect, yeah, good riddance. Good riddance? How old are you? I mean, that's immature behavior. And dishonorable behavior. Dishonorable. Paganism, honor, glory. The Normans are no threat to you. And then we have the whole thing about the Norman yoke. Oh, the Norman yoke. Oh, those oppressive Normans. How could they oppress us English? Yes. Oh, no. Those naughty, naughty Normans. Oh. That is a myth. And I'll explain how. Oh, dare you say that? Blasphemy. Oh, I don't like this Kevin Boyle. He said something I don't like. Oh, no. Oh, no. Listen up. This idea of the Norman yoke as in like the beam that holds two cows together for plowing, not the yolk of an egg. Okay, so we make that clear. So anyway, so the yoke of like farming, plowing, cows, and anyway. So where did this come from? This Norman yoke business. It actually comes from a 14th century text called the Mire à Justice. And this is a collection of fables. What happened was that in 1642, this Mire à Justice was translated, and it was presented as fact when it's really fiction. Okay, that's where we get this idea of Norman yoke and the Normans, they were so oppressive against the English. Oh no. Silly. It goes to show even back then. People would use history to, manipulate. Dishonorable. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. See ya.